UFC 306 just finished, and guys, this might have been the best pay-per-view of 2024, motherfuckers. Now, guys, I am so happy. Now, if you're wondering why I'm so happy, we whipped up a 4-pick parlay in my last video, and if you guys didn't go with my bets, I'm disappointed in you. And if you guys did go with my bets, I'm happy for you because we won some cha-ching, and baby, we could go ahead and sleep good at night. I could go ahead and look forward for NFL Sunday tomorrow, but that's another story for another day. All in all, this was an absolutely amazing card. I told you Merab was going to go ahead and beat Sean O'Malley. I told you Valentina Shevchenko is going to go ahead and take Alessa Grasso's belt again and bring it back home. It's going to be 2 belt changes. I said that. I said Raul Rosas Jr. is going to go ahead and win. I said Diego Lopez is going to go ahead and beat Brian Ortega. And we made some solid money. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and have a nice UFC 306 fight breakdown and review for you guys, baby. Like the video, subscribe. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first fight of the night. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Arichie. Now, guys, like I said from the start, I've never seen a Chinese fighter except Bruce Lee that's been good. There's no way that this Chinese fighter, like I said, no offense to you Chinese, there's no way this Chinese fighter with 10 losses is going to go ahead and magically beat this guy. Raul Rosas Jr. is clear as day that he's getting fed easy fighters to go ahead and kick the day off and get their bloods pumping early. So guys, in round 1 of this fight, Raul Rosas Jr. took Arichie to the ground early, took his back, and without solid a doubt, he took control of that whole entire first round. Didn't put enough damage in him. He just literally took the round by control. Round 2 was it was boring until midway through the fight. Arichie was able to throw some solid strikes to Raul Rosas Jr., forcing him on his back foot, and then the pressure made Raul hesitant, and he ended up attempting a takedown, shot it, didn't connect. Round 3 started. Raul Rosas Jr. came to his senses that, okay, this dude is actually pretty solid on his feet. Let me go ahead and take him down. He instantly takes Arichie down and then controls the fight and then wins the fight. Now, after the fight was really concerning for me. This is what I really wanted to talk about. He was talking about wanting to see a top 15 fighter. Motherfucker, you are not ready for a top 15 fighter. If this was a stand and bang only fight with Arichie, you would have gotten your ass dropped and you would have gotten your ass pieced up. Arichie was looking like a solid vet against you. He just didn't look good on his back, and that's what changed the fight. His striking lacks. Raul Rosas Jr. His striking lacks still. There's nothing in that department, and Arichie is a bum. That's just what it is. Let's get into the next fight. We have Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van. For some reason, I just can't pull up why can't pull up the results of the fight? All right, whatever. We have Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Van. Now, Edgar Chairez, I instantly thought, okay, this dude is a big ass flyweight, bro. This is a weight bully. And Joshua Van is about to have a long night out. Now, in round 1 of that fight, Chairez was throwing those leg kicks, and those leg kicks were home. And were so much home to the point he was able to land a right hand that was able to drop Joshua Van. And to my surprise, Joshua Van ended up staying alive. But when round 2 started, that changed the whole entire pace of the fight. Joshua Van, I don't know what his coaches told him, but he woke up, and he woke up from the dead like a new man. He came out of this round, the second round, alive, unleashing fast combinations, getting to Chairez's body beautifully. Despite the pressure, Chairez managed, because when he got to the body, he dozed Chairez, and he ended up putting a lot of pressure on Chairez. And magically, Chairez was able to go ahead and land a spinning back fist that was able to go ahead and wobble Joshua Van. This was a very eventful round 2. And that turned the momentum of the round 2 just a little bit. But Joshua Van was still able to go ahead and control that round just for the simple fact that he put more damage in that round 2. Now, when round 3 started, both the fighters started, they were cautious. They didn't give you that same round 2 feel, that same spark. But both fighters tried to control the pace of the fight. Joshua Van ended up winning that fight by getting those he just was the little better fighter that round 3, and then he ended up taking out Chirez by decision. Now guys, this Joshua Van dude, happy to see this dude. I'm happy that he's a guy that he's to be worried. He's to be feared. Let's give Joshua Van a round of applause because I thought he was out of there. Now, guys, next fight up, we have Yasmin Uregi versus Caitlin Souza. Now, guys, if you didn't watch my last video, I said let's go ahead and put some money on Yasmin, but I wasn't too sure, and I told you guys don't do it. Don't do it. I haven't really seen her fight. Don't take my my thought on this one. I haven't seen her fight. Now, when Yasmin came out of this fight, I thought this girl was going to go ahead and give Caitlin Souza the business. And for the most part, she was aggressive, throwing some sharp combinations, often finishing with a leg kick that was spicy. However, Caitlin Souza hit her with a beautiful, well-timed shot that was able to drop Yasmin. And once Yasmin was dropped, Caitlin Souza, I don't know how she did it, but like a tarantula, she wrapped around her, grabbed her neck, and she put her to sleep. I'm talking about to sleep. Yasmin did not tap, and thank God we did not put my money on her. I promise you, if I would have lost my parlay to this Yasmin girl, I would have been so fucking mad. So thank God that we did not put our money on her. And shout out to Caitlin Souza for doing that magnificent job, getting the job done and whooping her ass. Next fight up, we have Manuel Torres versus Ignacio. I'm never gonna pronounce the last name. Now Ignacio, this dude, he showed precision in his striking. He was like a sniper. That's what you call being a sniper. Sean O'Malley, what he showed tonight is not sniper-like-ish. This Ignacio dude was the true sniper of tonight. Manuel Torres, it was kind of like this. Even though I said he's a sniper, it kind of had me thinking, is he really that much of a sniper, or Manuel Torres is that much of a jobber? Because this dude, literally, he was fighting with his hands down. Every combination he threw, it was like he was open for an easy shot. And Ignacio took advantage every time. Manuel Torres was never cautious in this fight. It seemed like he just wanted a knockout. He did not want it to be technical in this fight at all. And Ignacio went ahead and took advantage of it. And Manuel Torres is very disappointing. To do this in front of your Mexican fan base, it shows that he didn't care at all. It shows that he just didn't care. And that's just what it is. And that's just what it ain't. Now, the next fight up, we did not watch this fight. Guys, I took a nap. I don't know how I woke up for the next fight, which was Ronaldo Rodriguez and Ode Osbourne. But shout out to Norma Dumont. We said she was going to win this fight if this fight went further than 2 rounds. Irene Aldana, this girl will win by KO, TKO, mixing some leg kicks and things of that sort. But when the fight can go ahead and get into 3 rounds, this girl right here, Dumont, was going to go ahead and win by unanimous decision every time. She seems like she's money every time when it comes down to those when it comes down to going into late rounds, and she seems to take the rounds easily. So we did a good job calling out Norma Dumont winning that fight, but we did sleep through that fight, so that fight just wasn't interesting at all. But we woke up in time for the Ode Osbourne versus Ronaldo Rodriguez fight. Now, Ode Osbourne nearly finished Rodriguez early with a powerful right hand, following it up with the triangle choke. But I don't know how did Ronaldo Rodriguez hold the triangle choke for 2 minutes straight. He held it for 2 freaking minutes straight. How? I just don't know. But despite that, he was able to get out of that dangerous position, and Rodriguez showed beautiful resilience. And that was like, it showed like, wow, this Ronaldo Rodriguez guy, he has some resilience to him. He has fight to him. He did not want to go ahead and lose to his Mexican fan base. Guys, if being a Mexican, I don't understand what being a Mexican is. But if I had to understand the background behind them, the inner blood of the Mexican, Ronaldo Rodriguez displayed that, if I'm explaining it correctly. But in round 2 of the fight, Rodriguez turned the tide, applying relentless pressure. began to wear down Ode Osbourne. Ode Osbourne just couldn't handle that pressure that Rodriguez was just throwing at him constantly. Um, it was to a point that they were in grappling exchanges, and Ronaldo Rodriguez beat Ode Osbourne in every single grappling exchange. And it's not like Ode Osbourne did a bad job trying to reverse those exchanges. It just seemed like Ronaldo Rodriguez was just one step ahead of him every single time. Now, Osbourne came to the third round with some renewed energy. Surprisingly, I thought this dude was gonna go ahead and be tired, but he came in with some renewed energy. But it didn't matter. Ronaldo Rodriguez did some takedown attempts, and he ended up winning the fight. Took the fight. Nice prospect. Interested in seeing Ronaldo Rodriguez. It was a pretty solid fight, and that fight was up there. I just don't know if that was fight of the night. This fight right here, in my opinion, might have been fight of the night. Now, this was a shocker to me. I did not think this Esteban guy was like that. I did not think this guy was good. But even Zell Huber, I got to give him credit. It takes two to tangle. This was an absolutely banger of a fight. Now, when round one of this fight started, how did it go again? Zell Huber was utilizing his jab. He showed that he had the reach advantage. And Ribovic, he just couldn't get past that jab. So Zellberger did a great job in that first round, controlling the distance, just throwing that jab out. But when round two of that fight started, both fighters found success in their boxing. And that's when things started getting real. There were mean boxing exchanges. Every punch seemed like it had some meaning behind it. Like they wanted to take each other's lights out. It was not even like a strategic second round. It was literally just more of these dudes just want to go ahead and kill each other, and that's what made that second round so good. When round three started, it was the final round, and explosive exchanges happened again. Like I said, guys, a lot of explosive exchanges happened. Round three started, explosive exchanges happened as both fighters threw powerful right hands. Zell Huber dropped Ribovic, but Ribovic did a great job just gaining control his posture into that fight, and he ended up taking the fight, motherfuckers. Ribovic ended up taking the fight. Right now, my mind isn't going too crazy about what happened in that fight, but I know in that third round, Ribovic ended up doing his motherfucking thing, motherfuckers. If you're going ahead and look at the striking department, you can go ahead and look at it right now. 156 total strikes Ribovic threw, and Zellberger threw 121. So guys, a lot of strikes was getting thrown, and a lot of strikes was getting thrown to the head. As you guys can see, very little bit of leg kicks were thrown, a little bit of Ribovic's way, but a lot of body and head shots were thrown, and these guys were looking to kill each other. So that'll let you know how the fight went, motherfucks. But the third round is a little bit of a blur for me for some odd ass reason. Next fight up, this is where we also put our money on. We put our money on Diego Lopez. Now, when the fight started, Diego Lopez dropped Ortega instantly and started raining a lot of punches on Ortega. But it was very stupid of Diego Lopez to try to go ahead and get into Brian Ortega's guard. No real human being will try to go into Brian Ortega's guard. After you drop Brian Ortega, you should be a smart ass and let him up and go ahead and whip his ass again the same way you did. But this dude let Brian Ortega work in the guard, and there was a lot of times where I was like, Brian Ortega's very close to getting a submission, but Diego Lopez was able to get out of it, and he was able to work his stand-up game with Brian Ortega. Round two, Diego Lopez leg kicks were the story. He worked those leg kicks, put a huge lump on Brian Ortega's legs, and that was like really the story of the fight. Round three, my boy Diego Lopez ended up taking the fight, and that was it. Diego Lopez ended up working his way. If you guys look at the total strikes of round three, 57 strikes to and 54% of his strikes connected. So he threw 57 of them connected out of 105 attempted. And you can look at Ortega, 32 connected out of 102 connected. Even though Ortega's boxing looked pretty sharp in that fight, it's just Diego Lopez looked better in every facet of that fight. And that's just what it was and what it ain't, motherfucks. Now, next fight up, we have Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Now, Valentina Shevchenko, another person we bet on. Let's give her a round of applause. Now, she did scare me at a lot of moments in that fight. She was in some tough submission holds. I was like, I was just like, come on, let's get out of there. I thought sometimes she would have been in a triangle choke. It was almost a time where she could have been in a guillotine choke. It was almost a time she could have gotten the arm bar. It was another time where I don't know what choke it was, but Alexa Grasso just had her tangled up like she was about to go ahead and put some work in. If it was extra minutes in that fight, in that round, Alexa Grasso might have been scary and probably put some solid damage or probably finish the fight. More of the story, though, it didn't matter because Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet, won this fight. She won the fight within the draw. I thought she won that fight. This fight, she went ahead and she won it dominantly. Like I told you guys, Valentina Shevchenko knew she couldn't leave this to the judges. She knew she couldn't take no rounds off. She's going to go 5 rounds deep into this. Now, next fight, whoever she fights, it could be a jobber for all I care. I think Valentina Shevchenko is going to have a long night out. I think she put all her gas tank into this one. I think she's cooked like how Brian Ortega is cooked. 10 plus years in the game. What more you got into you? So, I am a little bit worried about her going into her next fight. But all in all, let's give her a round of applause. She took this fight dominantly and won this fight dominantly. Alexa Grasso was very, 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 very frustrated. But let's give Valentina Shevchenko a standing ovation. And I wouldn't mind if she would have retired at that very moment. And I wouldn't mind if she wants to become a villain. She should have became a villain. She should have went ahead and told the Vegas or the Mexican fans, ha ha ha, I got the belt. I'm bringing it back to Russia in your face. That's what she should have done, but she did not do it. Another story for another day. If you guys want to see a video on it, put it down in the comments, motherfucks. But last but not least, we have the main event. Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. Now, I understand how to say his last name now. Because, man, this dude won us some money too, man. Shout out to Merab. Shout out to Merab. Dominantly taking Sean O'Malley out. Now, guys, I've been saying this dude isn't a superstar, especially after seeing the press conference. I knew Merab was going to go ahead and win it. Now, guys, the talking factor is a big factor to me. Sometimes you can talk yourself into a big game. Even Conor McGregor, yes, he talks a lot, but he backs it up a lot of the times. Khabib was only the few guys, and Dustin Poirier was the few guys to go ahead and neutralize him. Tough night out for anybody, okay? But Conor McGregor, he believed in everything he said. It was not like he was talking out of his ass. That's what made him so captive, whatever the fuck the word is. You guys know what I'm saying? That's what made him so, like, you can grasp to him. He felt every word he said. Sean O'Malley just didn't. You're at the Sphere. Sean O'Malley just didn't seem like he was ready for the Sphere. It seemed like the lights were too bright for him. I seen a new haircut where he had like a high top fade or something. I'm like, this isn't Sean O'Malley. This isn't the young guy with the curly black hair. This is like a whole new guy right here. But all in all, Merab went ahead and babied Sean O'Malley. Now, guys, it was a video on Instagram. Let me go ahead and see if I could pull it up. But I'm still going to go ahead and talk to you guys while I'm looking for the video. So lock in with me, motherfuckers. Now, Merab went ahead and babied Sean O'Malley. Treat him like he was his son. I was like, wow. Never in a million years would I think it would be that bad. I thought Sean O'Malley would actually put up a good fight. And it would just be a tough war between the two. But man, was I wrong. Oh, can I find a video of Merab, please? I need to find that video. Now, guys, you will be in awe. Now, you'll be like, wow. And I'm pretty sure you guys know when Merab went ahead and kissed Sean O'Malley's back like a little baby. Like, right here. I found it, guys. I found it. Kissed him like a little baby. Look at this. He's kissing him right here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Sean O'Malley did not like that. Wow. At that moment, you knew dominance was going to occur. You knew dominance was gonna happen. And man, this dude Merab won us some good money, man. Guys, I am so happy. We can go to sleep good at night. We can bet on some NFL Sunday and have a good Sunday. Maybe a little bit of a stressful Sunday because NFL's rigged sometimes, motherfucker. But we can go ahead and still win some solid money. Now, guys, I will be doing this every pay-per-view. Now, I don't know a lot of these fight nights. I would not be betting on. I would not be betting on a lot of these fight nights because I just don't know. Pay-per-view though, just know we are gonna put some sharp money on some people. Lock in with me, guys. Just lock in with me. I'm here with you guys. I just want you guys to be here with me. If you didn't like the video, subscribe yet. I'm also disappointing you because you're supposed to do that, man. Just like how you do it for your favorite YouTubers, you're supposed to do it for me. Do it for me because I'm a smaller YouTuber trying to get my way up. It helps with the algorithm. You know how the game goes. I ain't gotta tell you. But all in all, this is my UFC 306 fight breakdown, fight review for you guys, man. I'm happy. I'm happy. We made it, man. I'm out.